Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
Even if you have to spend more money temporarily to fill a need, to fill a role, you're still running your business. And I'm sure some of you are out there, no, I can't afford that. I can't afford to pay X. Well, could you afford if your company shut down? What is that going to cost you? So remember, sometimes it's better just to fill that need, and to, even if you have to break even for a little bit on that kind of position, than to just kind of close your doors. So just remember that. When I was in commercial real estate, we used to tell that to landlords during the distressed market, and office buildings or retail spaces were going vacant for long periods of time, and they were trying to hold out for these bigger rents. Okay, well, how much do you need to pay your notes, and to kind of break even on this low location, this space? Because it's better to actually get someone in and just to be breaking even and stop the bleeding, instead of just letting that wound open up further and further, and cause you to bleed out. So just remember that it's not always best just to try to be as cheap as you can, but you just got to get stuff filled, and you got to get it done. But find what is, what's near and dear in your heart. Find those causes, find those things that you're interested in, and find ways to volunteer and to serve and to give. It's great to have money. It's great to have some walking around money in your pocket. That's why we get into business. That's why we grow our businesses. But it's a whole nother thing to give that money, and to help, and you personally get to see it helping individuals, helping communities. That's a high that you can't get with any drug. So that's something I would just like to just talk about and just to endorse, because, man, don't just get caught up in business. Business is always going to be there. Deals are going to be there. Deals are going to fall through, and you're also going to get deals. And this is just the evolution of business. But if you don't inject in some of this service into your life, and serving others, your life isn't going to be as full and complete as it should be.
I often get asked the question, why in the heck would I want to think about selling my business? I'm just, you know, focused on growing and scaling my business. I don't have time to think about exiting it. And there's a lot of truth to that statement. But the fact is that if you don't start thinking at some point in time about monetizing all that hard work, I mean, you're spending 10, 12 hours a day, sometimes 6 and 7 days a week, building and scaling your business. And you may be making, a good living doing it. But, there is value, or should be value, being created there. And you should be able to figure out at some point in time that you're probably not going to live forever. Uh, and if that's the case, there's only a couple of things that can happen to your business, and that is you're going to pass your business on to someone inside of the company, someone that an employee, a family member, a partner, someone like that, or you're going to sell it to someone and pass it on to someone you don't know, and that's a third party. Uh, or you're going to wind it down and go out of business. So those are really your only three choices, since you aren't going to live forever. You're going to pass it on to someone you know, someone you don't know, or you're just going to wind it down and leave the business. And if those are your choices, then you should at some point in time think about which of those is best going to fit your particular situation and start doing things to kind of move the business toward that eventual exit or sale.
So,
So what advice would you give to those the restaurateurs that are maybe thinking about starting something up within Idaho, or they have this idea, they enjoy cooking? What would you say to them?
uh, go to somebody that's opened a restaurant that's been successful and ask to sit and talk with them. Ask for the negatives and the positives, because we all know the positives are, oh, everybody's grateful for our food, they come in, they enjoy everything. But the negatives are, the staffing, I mean, not having enough, you're dealing with different personalities, you have all of that to contend with. The costs of goods are fluctuating, especially right now in this economy. Things are higher than they were a year ago. So you have all that to deal with, and there's lots of little things that you don't know, um, that you need to account for with taxes and payroll and workman's comp and labor laws and liquor laws and things like that. So sit and
Sure.
talk with
At some
somebody
point in
before
time.
you.
The Idaho Business Podcast is sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising. These guys are an institution when it comes to billboard advertising, traditionally or digital billboard advertising. They are represented from Pocatello all the way to Blackfoot, and they will tell you this is a great way, and I will tell you this is a great way to have top of mind awareness for your clients, your potential clients. There are some great things that still can be accomplished from billboards, even though we're in the Facebook and social media marketing realms of the world right now. So if you contact Rob and you set up a 3-month deal to be on the billboard, he'll give you your installation for free, or um, your first month for free, excuse me. And again, you can go to idahobusinesspodcast.com, click on their logo, their name, and find their information to get that deal rolling for yourself. And they are fantastic at it. So go see them today.